Hello and welcome to Code with Czar. I'm Czar. How are you doing? I have been having this idea to work on a project as a solo developer along with you guys together. Now that I said it, it does feel a little bit weird. Anyway, what I essentially want to do is to build a project from scratch. And I'm going to record every step on the way and share it with you. I have some ideas that I'm going to explain about what I'm going to build, but I don't know if I'm going to work it out or not. This is more like an experiment. We are going to see together how much will it take for people like me as a solo developer to build an app today in this year, 2021. There's going to be two possible outcomes. I made it, we learn a lot. Or I failed, and we still learn a lot. Nevertheless, we will learn. So why not? Let's do it. I'm eventually going to name it, but I don't have a good name for the project yet. So I'll give it a CodeNameK. So here we go. What does K do? It is an application that can take notes for numbers on a specific time. And afterwards, those numbers could be showed in form of table, charts, and so on. Numbers are interesting when you see it over a period of time. For example, tracking your 401k year over year, track the numbers of books you read, track the calories you're taking, or the exercise minutes you spent in the gym weekly. You get the idea. Now, when I start to think about an app, I usually will visualize it a little bit. This is not strictly UI design, but it will give me an impression or visual on what I'm going to build. Like it here, when I pick the saving, I'm going to see how my saving built up or got lost over the period of 4 months. Oh, and by the way, those numbers are fake. So this is what I have in my mind to show a chart for numbers over time. And this is a simple illustrator of the UI that I will build so that the user can type in these things and add a data point. Now let's take a look at the architecture. The data will be in the database. I'm going to build a data access layer on top of that. And above that, it's the business logic. Then on the UI side, I'm going to build a desktop app, an Android app, and an iOS app in the web UI. That will cover a lot of different technologies, and can I pull it off? To be honest, I don't know. I'll just go as far as I can. I want all these clients to talk with each other, but at the same time, they can run separately, and they all need to support offline. Well, maybe not the web version. So I need a strategy for where to put the data. Traditionally, a multi-tenant app will look like this. There's a portal, and the different people sign in with different credentials. They're going to get their own data from the database. I'm thinking not to taking this route because it requires the application to always have internet access. At the same time, it requires a service to be hosted on the internet, which I don't want to do. Instead, what I'm thinking about doing is kind of like a distributed data storage. Every application will have their own copy of the database, and the application will leverage the storage service that exists today for syncing data. For example, OneDrive, Dropbox, or some other storage. The deal is the end user holds the storage service, and there's no centric storage per se. Web will be a little bit tricky. I probably still have to host it somewhere, but at least the desktop apps or the phone apps are not going to rely on the website's existence. And so that's the plan. At this stage, I still have a lot of investigation going on. For example, how could Project K get proper authorization to access the storage service? What kind of database the technology I'm going to use? What tech stack to use for desktop, for Android, iOS, as well as web UI? I'm going to share you more about those topics in the follow-up videos. Subscribe if you want to hear them, and press the like button to let me know. Keep coding, keep improving, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.